Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thoth Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a beautiful, magical day. And I've got some cards today. I've got some messages going out. And right now, we have some issues going around this this solar eclipse. And I think it's kind of fishy that they have in some states, the National Guard coming out for this April 8th scenario. They're telling them to stock up in certain cities. They're telling them to do all kinds of stuff. And I would just stay home for that day and enjoy it from the comfort of your home because something's not right. Now we're going to get into the cards and coffee today. I hope uh, these messages lead you to something beautiful. We did get some interesting cards today. Most of them were major arcana. And today is 3/19/2024. It is a 21 and it is a 3. It is a divine message. And I thought today was kind of interesting. There were a lot of 3 9s, a lot of 9s, and there was a 399. And what was interesting to me is on November 4th of 2004, I hit for $1,100 on 939. So 939 has always been a number for me. It's a significant number. It was my grandfather's address. So I always played that number. If I did play lottery, I played that pick three, and I won $1,100 on that number because I had a dream about hitting on that number. So that's weird that the 3 9, the nines, all that are coming up, but three is a divine message. So let's get started. And all of the cards were just about major arcana, except like one, which I thought was really strange. Really cool, though, but really lots of big messages in here. The first one we got was the number 2, the Maiden, and this is a major arcana. Today is the first day of spring. So this was interesting that she come out with the bunny, the pink roses, the path that leads. This is like a female childlike card. Fertility, independence, self-esteem, confidence, self-expression, self-exploration, self-interest, sexuality, creativity, selfishness, and codependency and timid. The other day yesterday, if you go back and look, we got a lot of that, like immature, like the youth going on a mission, but there's a lot of immature things that they don't know yet. They have not leveled up enough. This is a follow your dreams, discover your passion, focus on self-discovery right now, which is interesting because of the cards, how they lined up today. So remember the self-discovery, addressing self-imposed limits and restrictions, increasing independence, seek your own answers, release feelings of fear and abandonment, craving attention, needing rescue, express goals and desires, be true to self, acting with empathy. The maiden walks an unfamiliar path, but does so with confidence and grace. She has been taught by those around her that it is not selfish or conceited to follow her dreams and actively work to manifest her goals and desires. She does so without needing permission from anyone. That's another thing. I'm glad the manifest came up before I forget, and I'm going to hold my spot. We're playing a game, and it's getting better. People are actually starting to hit the like button, which is cool. And I had somebody comment the other day that they're going to manifest their wildest dreams, which I think is amazing. We should. If you don't want to start small, if you went through the dark night of the soul and you've had all of the leveling up right now, you think you need to do, and you want to go for a larger, my wildest dreams manifestation, sure, because I have went through all that. I have leveled up and I want the cures for all diseases to be out by the end of the year. That is my manifestation. And I'm going to keep saying it and saying it and saying it because I want everyone in the universe healed in the world, everyone. I don't want sickness anywhere, and we shouldn't have sickness anywhere because we have the cures. We've had them for years. So don't let anybody fool you on that. It's time to get rid of the baddies that are suppressing that and stay with the goodies. And I learned something interesting the other day when I watched a doctor, and I never realized this. He said when cures and things are patented, they can't be released because of the person that has the patent. They can be the only ones that release it or do anything with it. But like the older medicine, that the patent ran out and no one did anything with it, they can't touch it now. The patent is, it was made, it was patented, and they never did anything more with it. They didn't sell it, they kept it, and the patent ran out. So they can't do anything like with Bayer aspirin or, those older medicines that they can now, these ones they can tweak and fix and buy the patent and suppress them and everything else. So there's a lot of interesting things that are going to be coming out, especially about healing, and I can't wait for that. So anyway, now that I got on my healing thing, come in and think about something you want to manifest. This is what we're doing. Bring your inner child in and play with it and manifest something significant that you want, like an old friend called you or you hadn't heard from in a long time or something. If you're not leveled up yet and you haven't went through the dark night of the soul and you're not ready for that, just do something small. Like, I wish an old friend would call, or I need gas by next Friday, $20 and something. But if you're there and you're leveled up, yeah, wildest dreams, cures for everyone. Go bigger, manifest something. Hit the like button. That's the magic manifestation button. That way I know how many people are playing with their inner child, because we have to balance our masculine, feminine, and inner child. And she's kind of like an inner child. She's a follow my dreams kind of girl. And this could be a male too. I mean, this is fertility and stuff, but men can have children too. They can get a woman pregnant. So I don't go on sexes on these cards at all, even though she's, cute and walking through a path with a bunny. Um, Much like her male counterpart, the youth, the modern maiden, is not afraid to ask questions, challenge the answers, and be the adventurous explorer. You know what's interesting about this? The other day when we got the youth, which is similar to this as the male counterpart, we got the mother with that youth card because I started kind of crying and I had to stop. I remember that. Now we've got the maiden card. And it's interesting, the next card, that the master card, the arcana, major arcana card that we got, was the father. So it's interesting that the mother came with the youth, the boy, and the one that wasn't ready yet, that was on his little adventure but wasn't wised up. And now we've got the girl with the father next. So that is like the mother, father, and the child. And that is both. That's leveling out. That's the mother, father, and child. Masculine, feminine, and inner child. Interesting. But while the youth explores new horizons, the maiden explores herself. The maiden is equally interested in first discovering and then nurturing her interest and increasing her self knowledge and exploring her waking sexuality. This is interesting because I forgot that it said that. And I'm going to tell you at the very end, we got the self card. So this is interesting how he come out yesterday with the mother. She come out today and next is the father. And she discovers self where he is kind of on a quest, but still immature. Okay. Now she is being guided by the masculine in her life to be careful, because the mother is the nurturing, which boys and girls need that nurturing when they're in their youth at that point. But she's more of like a teenager type, I think, than the youth. The youth is a little, the male counterpart wasn't as mature as the maiden. The maiden's more of like a teenager, who's more of a youth. So she forms relationships with healthy boundaries and expresses her sexuality with innocence, pride, and confidence. When she chooses to take a lover for the first time, it will be done without shame or fear of judgment. If she chooses to remain alone, it is not because she believes herself to be undesirable, but because she does not believe that she needs a lover in order to be happy or fulfilled. The maiden card is one of the youthful confidence, empowerment, and increasing independence. She is fertile, but uses that fertility nature to create, express, and explore. She is on a journey of self-discovery, focused on learning more about who she is and what makes her happy. And she knows that her explorations in the present will give rise to a future self who knows what she wants from life and is not afraid to make it happen. In the past, the maiden was expected to do as she was told and be true to the expectations of family and society. In the present, the maiden chooses to begin the journey towards self-awareness and empowerment. This is an amazing reading. I love this reading just because I know the cards that are come out, and I know the cards, but when you read them and it puts more perception on them and the cards that you get to come with them, it's just like, wow, I didn't see that when the cards were flying out at my midnight meditation. But now I see it because we did, like I said, this is a divine message, and we really need to take this because, like I said, there's all major arcanas except one. And I think both of them. I can't remember if that's the dreams of Gaia that the maiden just come out of. And I do clarifiers with the Oceanic Tarot. Um, we got the 15, the Vortex. And if you put the 15, the clarifier with the major arcana, the both major arcanas, okay, it's a 17. Cue the card. So this is a divine message. Really, it is. The vortex caught in a vortex spinning out of control. A mermaid and merman reached the ocean surface, struggling against an unfathomable force. They cannot see the source of the vortex. It may be a storm at sea, a hurricane, or a cyclone, but its power over them feels absolute. Yet the waters outside the funnel of the vortex, a symbol of emotional turmoil, appear calm and unaffected by their struggle. The vortex reveals that you have become trapped. You may be enslaved by a job, a financial contract, or love and lust. A common meaning of the vortex is affairs. This situation means you feel you have little power and that another person or other parties have control over you. You may be feeling attracted to a person or situation that will do you no good. For this reason, an additional meaning of the vortex is addiction to substance or to love self. However, your bondage is an illusion. You can decide to break free whenever you choose. If you decide it's time to break an agreement or habit, do it. It will be easier than you think. Don't let your circumstances dictate who you are. Take back your power. This is choices, contracts, control, power, affairs, restriction, and addiction. I said that she's a teenager. She is more of an adult than the youth. The youth is out looking for his quest and things around him on the outside of the world, where the female, the maiden, is looking on the inside of herself. But I'm going to tell you, you have to be careful with this vortex. It's telling you that it could be too much self. Like, I'm better than you. Don't be careful. Don't do that. We're not better than anyone. We're just working on self I'm going to tell a story, and I'm actually embarrassed by this. Sometimes I tell my husband, I said, you're like a narcissist, and he'll laugh. We'll laugh about it, because I'm actually serious, but he didn't take it seriously. And then the other day, I caught myself telling him how to react. And I looked at him and I said, you know what? You were right. He says, what? I says, I have narcissistic tendencies. I'm telling you how to react. Really? And I caught myself because I'm really looking at myself now. I'm catching things that I do. When I found out I had dyslexia, I had to catch myself, especially with like the word friend, anything with the IE. I had, because I'd switch them. I'd get them backwards. I'd see them backwards. And I'd have to say I before E except after C. I had to play little word games with myself to remember. So, once I learned I was dyslexic, I had to catch myself doing the dyslexic thing and fix myself. So now I'm looking at like about my life like that. Well, I have to look at what I'm doing and step back and really pay attention to what I'm saying and doing. Because I don't want to be a narcissist. Can be a lot of different things. It can be, telling somebody what to do, being overpowering, restricting them from things, restricting them from talking, interrupting them. And I do What I do is I try to help, and it doesn't help at that point. The person has to go on that journey and self-awareness themselves. And instead, like a motherly figure, we're trying to tell them what to do and fix them. And that's kind of narcissistic. That's kind of ego driven. And I know more than you. Be quiet and I'll tell you how to handle it. That I really had to go back, meditate on that, and think about what I just did and start doing that. Start looking at yourself more instead of picking out everybody else's flaws, which is so easy to do because you can see them right there and you can see what they're doing. Look at your own flaws because we have a ton of them. We are not perfect. So that was a great card to look at that scenario, the boy versus the girl, the young youth versus the teenage maiden. Different characteristics, but still immature enough, but looking in different directions on how their journey and quest is. That's a great way to look at that. The next card we did get, and I did tell you it wasn't a surprise, we got the father. Fatherhood, leadership, authority, protection, responsibility, guidance, support, compassion, and control. The center of power within a family unit. The father is the ideal form of a strong, confident man who, while not believing that the world revolves around him, is very much the center of the power within the family unit. He represents the family core strength and unity, his stillness within the storm, someone who is active in his role of provider, protector, teacher, and leader. Father is a decision man of action. He teaches not only by instruction, but by example. He is a man of integrity and honesty, someone who keeps his promise and takes responsibility for his actions. He is the provider, not just of financial security and sustenance, but also of order and discipline. He sets the rules within the family home, and they are not just rules that he sets for others, but rules he follows himself. Those rules are constant that provide safety and peace within the home while still allowing all within that space to flourish. He is the supportive and encouraging and also unafraid of playing and laughing and laughter. He inspires curiosity and creativity in others with his positive influence and interest. He is above all else interested and affectionate. He wants to know his children and show that he cares. He takes a proactive role in knowing his children's likes and dislikes, loves and fears, and does all that he can to have his children leave the family home as a competent, happy adult. Yeah. What did your father teach you, or mother? Because there's a lot of families without fathers or without mothers, and we're not going to leave them out. So, what did your mother or father teach you? What did the adult that had the responsibility teach you? Uh, and as long as it was a good lesson, if they weren't good, the only thing that they could teach you was the lessons of that. That was a good card. This is the only card that we got that was not a master, the major arcana. And it was the Ten of Cups, completion. And the father would be the completion. The father and mother would be the completion of the family unit. Love grows and bonds deepen in romance while your social and family connections grow and thrive. Anything you do with others in favor now for celebration to team sports and any old disagreements are overcome in the spirit of togetherness. Children thrive and your home is a hive of activity. Equally, you enjoy prosperity and work success. An additional meaning of this 10 is finding your dream home and having children. You can feel blessed for the life you have. It's time to celebrate. Yeah, that's a beautiful message for any family unit or, anybody really. Now we got self, and this is a number 16, which is a 7. I am, I am identity, self-realization, self-manifestation, center, peace, and acceptance. We have to get to the self card. This is telling you everything it needs to be. And look at, she's in her Shambhala. She is in her Zen. She's got her protection wrapped around her. She's got her eyes closed. She's got 3 white doves over her head, which is the white feather, which is her guardian angels, and ours are around. Her heart space is open. Her hands are lit up with energy, and she's got a butterfly right in front of her. and the Celtic knot behind her. She is there. This is where we need to be. This is leveling the masculine, feminine, and inner child, and knowing and being confident, not ego, confident in who you are and loving yourself. I don't need to read the self, because we all know the self. The self establishes uniqueness and individual identity. Be free of definitions and labels. You have unlimited potential. How has your past shaped you? Identity is fluid and changing. Who are you is for you to determine. Are you trying to fit in with the wrong crowd? Know who you are. Who do you wish to become? A path of loving expansion. Let go of the herd mentality and think for yourself. That's all that needs to be said about this card. We have to think for ourselves. We have to find ourselves. If we've lost ourselves or conformed, and man, we got some good cards with all of these questions we have totally today. Okay. The clarifier for the self is judgment 20, self-reflection. The conch shell is the earliest horn trumpet sounded to declare war and to herald royalty. The mermaid angel calling on her conch shell raises memories from the deep, asking us to review our past actions before moving on. It's time to revisit the past, to take stock before you move on. You may muse on happy memories or discover that there's unfinished business. So you may find yourself being in touch with someone from the past or revisiting an old situation to find answers. At this time, you'll also be judging yourself on your past actions. Did you do the right thing? An additional meaning of this card is spiritual connection, linking with those in spirit, guides, angels, and loved ones. If you feel you need to give a person a second chance or return to an old situation, now is the time to decide if you're reassessing the past in other ways. Don't be too hard on yourself. This is contemplation and self-judgment. We just got the self card, and that is the clarifier for the self. And I know I've been going through a lot of self-reflection and seeing and realizing things that I do that aren't acceptable. Um, we all have our own thing that we've been indoctrinated in, our own ways. Our parents have rubbed off on us, things that we've done. The world has rubbed off, and we tend to do stupid stuff. We got the choice again, the zero, and but it was reversed. So we're going to read the reverse on this, but we know there's three doors there. There's a dark one that has a lighter, there's a middle one. They're all unknown. Let's make a deal. Which one do you want to do? Are you spending all your time looking for options and opportunities because you do not like the options that have already been present to you? Sometimes our search fails to uncover a choice that brings us happiness or an outcome that we desire. So we continue to look, hoping that something better will come along. In this way, we may be only delaying the inevitable. The reverse choice card symbolizes a need to accept that sometimes the only choice available is the one we do not want to make. Sometimes we have to choose the next best option or the path of least reward. Sometimes the path of least reward will lead us to unexpected treasure. Sometimes we are limited to a choice that will bring us happiness and one that will not. A choice between immediate gratification or self-sacrifice. Make your choice with the awareness that instant gratification might not prove to be the most rewarding option. Do not allow a fear of being unhappy or dislike or having to work hard or go without prevent you from making a choice that will bring greater rewards and benefits in the future. Consider that your procrastination or your inaction may result in someone else's making a choice for you and creating a future that is even less to your liking. That's a great thought to think about. And the last card we got for the clarifier was a number 3, which is another divine message, the Queen of Ocean Abundance. And that talked about the treasure. So when you're working on self, think about the growth and the abundance that you want. And even though you may not have like millions of dollars in the most beautiful car and home, as long as you're abundant in the heart and happy with your life and happy about things, it makes it better. It makes it a little less traumatizing when things go awry. The queen, the Oceanic Queen is the partner card of the King of Ocean. An ocean teacher, she is the embodiment of feminine power and fertility. She understands the rhythm of nature and lives in harmony and comfort. Her left palm is open to receive the blessings of life, while her right hand, which holds her scepter, offers love unconditionally as a mother to a child. Glowing the light, the crystal scepter signifies healing, nurturing, and love, while the pearls around her arm and wrist signify wisdom. The Queen of Ocean is the mother card of the tarot. That is great. Yesterday we got the mother and the youth, the boy, the quest with his dog. Today we got the maiden, which is like the teenage feminine, with the father, and now the mother is showing up at the very end, which is a total divine message. We started with the three. Today is a three, which is a divine number, and that is connecting with source, with God, with the creator. The Queen of Ocean is the mother card of the tarot, bringing happiness and abundance. She predicts contentment, a loving partner, family, and comfort, and reassuring you that your needs will be taken care of. If you have suffered financial setbacks recently, money will flow again. Old feuds will be forgotten, and harmony rules at home. An additional meaning is spiritual growth, emotional stability, and creativity. The Queen also favors fertility, pregnancy, and children. As a person, she is the female partner, mother, or mother figure. It's time to grow and evolve. Enjoy and invest time in your relationship, your home, your spiritual practice, and new creative projects. Wow, that would be great. Could you imagine waking up every morning and thinking about that? I'm going to concentrate and invest my time on my relationship, my home, my spiritual practice, and new creative projects. That is cool. I love that card. Okay, that was the Dreams of Gaia and the Oceanic Tarot. And now we have the Practical Magic. And we got a 9, Outer Wisdom, Merlin's Temple. And that's what I said about the 9, 3. We got 2 9s and a 3, and it was the 993, like my 939. This is a beautiful card, and he's all in nature. We've been getting the elders and the wise men and the crone, and those are the wisdom keepers. Those are the ones that have leveled up and have the actual spiritual and everything in between. Okay, my dog started barking. Now is a wonderful time to study, find a mentor, seek the wisdom of elders, and search for answers outside of yourself. Today, there is a wealth of wise and compassionate teachers around the world, offering their time and wisdom in so many ways. Elders from many different traditions are coming forward to share their cultural and historic knowledge. There's an abundance of easy, accessible books, workshops, and courses in a wide range of subjects, from the practical, motivational arena to the spiritual, religious, and magical, and the esoteric, occult, and deeply mystical. Traditions and mysteries that have long been secret or accessible to only a few are now widely available. And there has been an inspiring increase in online educational offerings that can be accessed no matter where on this beautiful planet you live. You know, that is a great card for all of us to think about. What do we want to do and what do we want to get into? This card is a message that you will benefit from seeking knowledge or answers from an outside source for the issues you're currently facing. This is not to cast aspiration on your capabilities. You are deeply intuitive with immense wisdom within, but sometimes a new perspective on a situation can make a huge difference, revealing something you're just not able to see. So ask for help or Search out guidance you haven't yet considered. Go to the library and browse the shelves. Ask friends for recommendations on teachers or facilitators you might resonate with, or begin a course, apprenticeship, or study program in an area that fascinates and intrigues you. This seeking of outer wisdom will be deeply healing for you, opening you up to new possibilities in wonderful new ways, and could even lead to a new career, hobby, or passion you want to pursue. This card is a reminder to respect the elders of your community and to look a little deeper into the wisdom you've always offered you. It's also a great time to honor your ancestors, to search out information about where you come from, and to soak up the wisdom of age. Are there people you work with or encounter regularly you've overlooked or who may have something to share with you? Too often, those with rich life experiences and hard won insight are disconnected or ignored. Now is the time to look past the stereotypes and appreciate them. If their views are surprising or strange at first, don't dismiss them outright. Ponder their words, mull over their guidance, allow your beliefs to be challenged by things you'd never consider. What they offer may seem vulnerable, or maybe you'll learn just as much in disagreeing with them. By discovering what doesn't work for you or why you think the way you do, stay open to learning and growing always. Yeah, I always do that. I'm pretty fluctuant with listening and comprehending things and giving my perspective on it too. Um, I don't try to convince people. Sometimes they may think I do, trying to say that this is what I believe in, but I don't try to convince anybody anyway. They're going to be who they want to be, and it's their choice. And I really think that I'm going to read the three for today from the date, the 3/19/2024 goes down to a 21, which is a three. From the Soul Helper Oracle, I forgot to do that. Number three indicates that now is a good time to take care of your soul families, both in this world and in others. Make contact and tell them that you love them and need them. They will hear you. You will find strength, healing, and answers among those closely connected to you. This number teaches you to look at everything, to become an observer, and wisdom will come. Number three's energy field brings about diversity, creativity, energy, and the overcoming of duality, and understanding and seeing the world of the divine. The divine message. That is the divine message. Now we have a card, we got 16, which is a seven on the Soul Helper Oracle. And you know what? I really love the message on this card because this is so true. To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. This card was made for me to say. Conforming can be a positive in certain situations. For example, when someone conforms out of politeness, this card has a warning for you. However, to live means to bravely follow your own path. Following the path of others means, in a sense, dying, withering inside. You merely exist on the paths of others, but you cannot live. You will find the light of your own life only on your own soul path. Recognize and acknowledge your lies and errors. It is a mistake to believe that you can please everyone and follow their wishes. It is impossible. You have been dazzled by the bright kaleidoscope of colors of those who rob you of your strength and your light, and you have lost yourself in them. You have conformed as a chameleon would, and you are making their resonance and options your own. It is time to realize this and learn how to say no. It is time to have only your own colors in your life, to feel only your own happiness, to let your own light shine out. Inner life or inner death, which do you want? And who are you? It is now time to rebel, to start a revolution. Free yourself from your lower negative energies and decide who you want to be. The moment has also come to share this with the world and those around you. Do not hesitate any longer. Your soul is speaking to you. Listen to your heart, to your feelings. Listen to your own truth. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the tiger. The herbal essence oil is the tea tree oil. The healing crystal is the white agate, the peace agate, and the number is 7. I love that card. And that's true. I mean, when we start conforming to what people want us to be like, then we've lost ourselves. We're no longer us. We're who they want us to be. And that's not what the creator wanted for us. Number 7 indicates that you should only trust the magic of your heart. You will be given the gift of light, a light that makes a deep connection between you and the mysteries of life, of your life. Over the next few days, fill your soul path with love, even more than usual. Love every moment, love everything and everyone, and you will become the magic of your heart. The energy field of the number 7 is like a gateway of light. It is death, birth, magic, light, and the completion of a stage in life. Number 7 brings new soul paths. Um, that is one of my favorite cards in that. I like the Rebel card too. So I got a couple of favorite. Those angels and ancestors is the next one, and we got one of the most amazing cards in this deck, and it is the Great Teacher, learned from spiritual experience. And it looks like Jesus with a white dove, and there's the white feather, and that's our guardian angels. So this card signifies that Jesus is within. I mean, he is the Christ conscious within our heart, and he is teaching us and leading us to people that are teaching us and guiding us. I have been led to so many beautiful teachers and guides in my life, and what they said was my energy. It resonated with me. And I've learned from each and every one of them. And I'm sure they've learned from me. That's what we're doing. We're exchanging teacher and student, and we're learning Earth School and Mystery School. We're not learning their historical baloney of Columbus discovered nothing because the Indians were already there. We're going through our own discovery, the reality of it. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card is inspired by the many prophets and teachers who have brought great healing to the earth. There is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredible spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time, gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a greater chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be a vehicle to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. I just got goosebumps. I love this card. We all get holy experiences and we all get messages in different ways. Dreams, we have to listen to our dreams. We have to listen to our intuition, that gut feeling, that heart pounding, that butterfly feel. We have to feel all those feelings and recognize them. But we also, as we used to do that, we just recognized them and went with it. That's the teenager, that's the one that wasn't mature enough and felt the butterflies, felt the love, felt the feeling of trust, and went with it. But now, as we go into the future of what we're going to do, we know that it's not all butter. And my ring's turning pink for love. It's not all butterflies and stuff when you're a child. You have to wait until you've stepped back. Like, say you have the butterflies, okay, you're feeling really good, but step back and look at the situation from an eagle's perception. look down on it and really look at it. Yeah, okay, you got the butterflies, but look at what's floating around in the background and the whole perception of it. Are there bats in the belfry, ants and pants? What's going on around it, you know? And that made me think of that because my husband came in the other day. He was out gardening and he got bit. And he pulled his pant down. He found an ant, and then he found another ant. He ended up stripping. I said, "Boy, that takes the cake. You got ants in your pants." So we're laughing about it now. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Yes, it's changing. Change is in the air. Stay alert as change is in the air. Ah, and I didn't remember. I've only got this card a few times. The spirit fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they have been sought for their precious fur when all they wanted to do is survive. So the spirit fox can help you overcome the energies of diversity and unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the dark hours, the fox offers a medicine of blending in. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive in this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge. But be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experiences of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Box Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. We did get the Fox Gate yesterday too, so and there's the feathers again. We got a lot of angel energy and ancestor energy around us right now, helping us through this because we are the prayers from our ancestors. We are here right now for a divine reason, no other than that. We were supposed to be here. The Messenger Oracle. Now we only got 2 cards out of this, and I kept shuffling and shuffling. Nothing more came out, and usually we get 3. Heed your dreams, and she's all earth. She's got the snake around her. And the snake is not shedding the skin. The sun is over here. There's like a crystal here, sun's here, and she's got her eyes closed. And the snake, if you look, is over her third eye that's glowing. It's an interesting card. Your dreams are a powerful tool for increasing self-awareness, for they contain within them the unfiltered truth. Whether it be a dream or a nightmare, they are the keys to understanding your inner self. Both your joys and your fears can commune with Gaia and Great Spirit in the stillness of your slumber. Learn to read and interpret your dreams. Listen to what they tell you. Pay close attention to how they make you feel. Heed what they reveal and learn who you are and who you wish to be. Yeah. We are all part of our dreams. I have been a dreamer for a very long time. I interpret my dreams. I interpret others' dreams. I am very good with dreams. I am pretty good with birth signs, with the energies that they give off. I pick up people's energies. I channel messages. I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of astro travel. I do a lot of that. And if you have dreams and you want some information on them, pop it in the chat. I'll be happy to drop some information if I can. And it may help. I'm really good with dreams. So the next card is Focus and then Act. And I love this because she's got the Raven, the Black Horse, the sword is all energy. And we got the fire sign yesterday, which was focus. We got a lot of stuff that said focus yesterday also. So my advice is we need to be more focused on things. There is something you want or need to make manifest, but to make your dreams a reality, you must focus your will upon that desire and do what needs to be done. Prayer alone will not give you that which you desire. There are things that you must do in order to have your hopes realized. Now is not the time for stillness and passivity. Now is the time to focus your will, your thoughts and emotions, and to get up and take the necessary steps. That's an interesting card because if you go back and look at the one yesterday, that has a lot to do with it. These messages, they're all divine, and there is no accident with what the cards are telling us. Now we get the Divine Master, and this is a beautiful card, and this is Sonata Kamar. This is open channel, signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. And yeah, that's why I think we got the dream card, because there is messages coming through in dreams and we have to pay attention to them. My husband was woke up the other day at 4 o'clock in the morning by a voice that said, "Gone." And he said it was a younger woman's voice and it wasn't me. So pay attention. I've been woke up by voices before. I've had things said, and I'll try, if I'm not groggy and realize it, I'll try to answer them. If I hear my name, I'll try to answer them what, and try to listen to what they're trying to say. Because when our ancestors and spirit guides and things coming through at night when we're sleeping or in astral travel, it's harder for us. It's hard for them to get through because it takes a lot of their energy. And it's harder for us because we're just waking up out of a sleep and something's going on. It's kind of a little scarier. Sonata Kamara, which means eternal youth, is an advanced cosmic light being who is dedicated to helping the earth rise up towards the light. He is deeply passionate about supporting those on earth who feel called to fulfill their life's purpose and make a difference. This brilliant guardian of light has been acknowledged in many different traditions and even has a temple dedicated to him in Kyoto, Japan. Legend has it that he came from Venus 6.5 million years ago and is eternally 16 years old due to the atmospheric differences between the two planets. In the Ascension Master teaching, Lord Chimera is the regent of Earth and humanity, the head of the spiritual hierarchy that governs spiritual guidance and supports the Earth's evolution. Much of the information about him states that he resides upon the etheric plains in Shambhala, the city of light hidden in the Himalayan mountains. Sonata Kamara is also the head of the Venetians and the twin flame of Lady Venus. Wow. Because I was just thinking, remember I told you about the solar eclipse thing that's going on. And then there were 3 planets that were supposed to be. The one was Mercury, and it was the planet of something, and I cannot remember what it is. The other one was Venus. Now that I got this, I remember this, and that was interesting. And then the third one was Jupiter. So that is an interesting card to get at this point in our teaching and in our journey, in our quest, our exploration through our life. A real interesting card. Because the next card we got was Sword of Light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. This is a beautiful card. The Sword of Light is the main energetic tool of Archangel Michael, the Prince of Heaven. Now, we got Shambhala just now, which is where Mystery School, which is the great yogis and everyone ascended to. And then we got this, Archangel Michael. This is a pretty big message today, really, folks, because it's just a really big message for me. I mean, I can feel the energy of these cards trying to tell us something. The Sword of Light is the main energy tool of Archangel Michael, the Prince of Heaven. His name means he who is like God, and he is considered Source's right-hand man. He is the archangel who has chosen to guide and protect all light workers. Anyone who is feeling called to make a difference on this planet can be guided and supported by him. The sword of light has been pictured as both a spear of light and a lightning bolt. Either way, it's a powerful symbol of truth and spiritual power. Even though it is carried by Michael, it can be invoked by all those working in the light to help them move beyond blockages and limitations and to sever cords of fear. Joan of Arc invoked it when she was going into battle. We just got the Joan of Arc card the other day because I remember saying I think I was like a Joan of Arc type person. This is something that you can connect with. Visualize yourself engulfed in golden light. Say, Sword of light, thank you for cutting the unnecessary cords that bind me to fear. I stand in truth and light, fulfilling a call of my soul. That's beautiful. I like that. When this card comes to you, know that it is confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to sever connections to fear and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to situations, loved ones, and even the past. But you are in transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, dramas, and fears. Know that there will be a great severing at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment as you will be reconfiguring your circle. That's interesting. I've been of trust and moving into a light that is greater in alignment with your highest good. Know that the cords that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunity opening for you. If you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is with you now. That is a beautiful message. And we got one left, the Human Spirit Oracle, my new fun one for us. And this is why I said we had got a 9 in the one deck and we got a 39 in this one. And this is Life of the Party. And that's a 12. That's a 3. It's all been a divine message today, every bit of it from start to finish. Life of the party, hooray! Here you are, fashionably late and all. Everything about you is bright, full of light and laughter. Shine, baby, shine, and spread that sparkle all over the place. You are the belle of the ball, the man of the hour, the life of the party. Own your light. It is sometimes like a beacon in the dark to those who really need it. You are a true ray of sunshine that is much needed in the world. Cheer, love. We are so glad you're here. That's pretty funny that said that. I am not a morning person. When I was younger, my mom used to take us to this place in Fort Pierce called the Captain's Galley for breakfast when we were late for school or something. It was once in a while. And there was this lady that was a waitress in there, and she'd always look at me because I was halfway awake. I mean, I was just sitting there like, and she'd always call me her little ray of sunshine. And I just remembered that. That's so funny. And it would make me smile because I was a little grumpy and I'm still not. Don't have big conversations with me first thing in the morning. It's not happening. So, yeah, I have my moments. And first thing in the morning when my brain is not awake, yeah, it's not a moment for me. That is a great card. And that's a great way to end this beautiful Thoth Tuesday reading. You know what? I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.